Hello, people. Hold on, let's see. Let my video start. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to night 2 of how to get popular online. I love these challenges so much because they allow me a chance to spend time with you guys to learn more about your business and, of course, to just share all of the stuff that's in my head that I've experienced in my business, that I've done, and that I help my clients with. So last night, well, yesterday, we'll say yesterday, we started this challenge on how to get popular online. And when I talked yesterday, I know that the goal is not necessarily to be popular. For some people, it is. But the goal is just for you to make more impact, for you to make more money, for you to reach more people. That's what we want to talk about. And that's what we're going to be talking about all this week. So we started yesterday. On Monday, we have tonight, which is going to be lesson 2. We're going to do Wednesday night. We're going to do Thursday night. We're going to do Friday night. And then we're going to come back into the group because I have another challenge for y'all. So this is going to be the group this spring and this summer where you're going to learn and learn and learn and learn and learn and execute and meet other people and network and level up. And tap the screen if that's what you want to do in 2024. You're like, girl, I want to level up. I want to experience growth. Even if you don't do every tactic I teach, it's so good for you to just hear this information, for you to just get inspired. You may listen to me, and one small thing that I say changes the game for you. It may be that one missing piece, you know what I'm saying, that you were looking forward to. So we're going to do this. Let me pin this video to the top. And hey Denisha, hey Omifa. We just finished the Conquer Club call, which is why this is so late tonight. So, yeah. But it's all good because this is what we wanted. We want busy days and busy nights. Okay, Omifa says she missed one. Yeah, we did lesson 1 last night on how to become popular. Okay? So yesterday we talked about this, and if you're new, let me know down in the comments because there are a lot of new people here. So if you're new, just do hashtag new, say I'm new. And for those of my girls that have been here for a while, y'all already know the drill. Introduce yourself down in the comments. Tell us what you do, tell us who you are, tell us where you live, tell us what you sell. Okay? Come on, get to it. Always show up. Always be bold. Always tell people who you are. Always let people know that you're in the room. Don't matter if it's 2 people or 2,000 people. Don't matter if we've seen you 5 times or 5,000 times before. Okay? Make sure you let people know who you are and what you do. Hey, Tamika. Tamika, I love watching your content, girl. When I come back to the city, I'm gonna have to come by. Okay, so introduce yourself down in the comments. Let us know who you are, what you do. I know I started super late tonight, but that's because we had a class in the Conquer Club. If you don't know about the Conquer Club is my mentorship group. These are the ladies that get a chance to get on Zoom with me every Tuesday night. I get a chance to teach. I get a chance to bring in guest coaches and guest speakers and help these ladies grow. It's a really close-knit group of women. We have women in there doing amazing things. So this is not for the one that's scared, that just wants to sit back and sit in the corner. The Conquer Club is not for you. Stay in the group. But if you are a woman who is ambitious, you need new friends, you need people who understand you. You're like, Deb, I want to be under your leadership. I want to learn from you. I want to grow with you. I want to learn how to show up with better content. I want to start going live. I want to do more reels. I want to grow my influence. I just want to do more things. Then the Conquer Club is for you. So the information I give y'all in this group is free. This is all of the free stuff. I will give this stuff away all up and down, left and right. But if you get all of this information and you're still just kind of sitting with yourself and you don't have anybody to execute with you, you don't have an accountability partner, you're in your head all of the time, or sometimes life just gets in the way so much to where you look up and it's Friday and you haven't done anything, that is impossible when you're inside the Conquer Club. We have classes on Tuesday nights And we're also about to start these Conquer Hours where we literally get on Zoom and work together. So if you need to get on a Zoom call and plan out your next 10 pieces of content, guess what? You'll be on Zoom with me and the other ladies inside the Conquer Club to do that. So you can sign up for the Conquer Club. We are looking for new members. We are looking for you if that sounds like something that you need. It is $90 per month and the link is pinned below. So let's see who we got. Hey, Kendall. What's up, Kendall? I haven't talked to you in so long, girl. We got to catch up with each other. Tamika says, I'm a baker. All right, Tamika, you're up. So y'all already know. Pop your ish in the comments. Tell us who you are. Tag your page. Tell us what you do. Tell us if you're new. Tell us if you're catching the replay. This is a big family in here, okay? All right, so Tamika says, I'm a baker. I own Butterific Bakery and Cafe in Memphis, Tennessee. I care enough to bake the very best. You better believe it. Yes, girl. That's a slogan for you, honey. You better believe it. I love it. Go ahead, Tamika. And when I'm back in Memphis, I got to come through, girl, because there is nothing that I loved more in my life than them butter cookies from Memphis City Schools. And I know your joint's more busting than that. I know it is. All right, Quinteria, shout out to my girls from the Conquer Club. We just had an hour call, and they back on it. She says, I'm Quinteria, owner of Q's Many Creations, and I'm located in Georgia. I provide quality customized items such as t-shirts for birthday parties and baskets made from candy. I love it. I love it. I love it. Hey, y'all. Hey, I'm Denisha, and I share a phenomenal $5 fashion, jewelry, and accessory line. I love it. Shout out to my girls that are coming in from the Conquer Club. We are working in this season. Can I share something with y'all as an entrepreneur? Can I share something with y'all? Can I share something with y'all as an entrepreneur? And this is something really transparent. The online marketplace is very different now than it was during the pandemic. The online marketplace is very different now than it was during the pandemic. We were racking up during the pandemic. I'm talking about PPP loans was flying left and right. Unemployment was flying left and right. Scamming was at an all-time high. Like, it was truly a tragic time, but funds were flowing. In the marketplace, as of today, March 26, 2024, is very different online. It's very different. Just the during the pandemic, you could just pop up and say, I got a business. You know, you're going on live a little time or two, do a little post or two, and you in there. Do a little TikTok dance or two, you in there. Denisha said, I'm talking about what's wrecking up. But they came back around with this inflation and baby kicked us in the gut. Truly. And this is a season in your business, in our business, me included, where you have to understand how to move smart and how to move strategically if you want to continue to grow. If you don't want to be kicked to the back of the line when it comes to your competition. Okay? Let's see who else we got turning up in the comments. Hey, Janae. Hey, Janae. So she said, hey, ladies, I'm Janae. I'm a makeup artist, and I sell strip mink lashes and mentor other women to do the same. It's also my 5th year biz anniversary today. Yes. I wish I had some champagne or something to pop, honey, to celebrate your 5 years, because that is nothing small. That's amazing. So I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. I'm so glad that you're here. So glad that you're continuing to show up for yourself. So, yes. All right, Desiree, you're up. She says, I'm Desiree, located in Florida, owner of Des Designs. I make customized creations for parties, specializing in children's clothes. Oh. Ooh. Whoa, yeah, she said, I'm glad our businesses thrive through it. I'm telling y'all, and this is me as a coach. I'm talking about during the pandemic, baby, you get a marketing plan. You get a marketing plan. You get a marketing plan. You get, I'm talking about, all right, $2,000, $2,000. I'm talking about, baby, that was swinging them PPP loans from their house to my house, back to back. Baby, I was, girl, baby, listen. But right now, it's different. It's different. The online marketplace has changed. For those of you that are coaches and consultants, this online space has changed. The perspective of a course and an ebook in coaching, it's changed. It's changed. It truly has. Inflation. I ain't no big economy expert. I mean, I was watching CNN earlier because I was, that bridge just really broke my heart. I'm not even gonna lie to you. That bridge just really destroyed my little spirit this morning. But but we know stuff is high. So two things can be true. The economy has shifted and people still pay for what they want. Okay? Who else we got? Hey, Shaquita, I'm so glad you're here. Omifa says, I am Omifa, the owner and creator of Omifa Organics. Omifa Organics is the best vegan hair and skincare products that work. Want them edges back? Say no more. I know you can't hear my little feet tapping on the carpet because I got some socks on, but baby, I love it. I love it. You should be able to pitch your business on the fly. You should be able to pitch your business and people say, oh my God, let me go see what she do. Don't ever be afraid to pitch your business, to tell people about you. Don't be a business owner if all you're going to do is sit in the corner. Don't be a business owner if all you're going to do is sit and watch. Don't be a business owner if you just consider yourself a lurker. Okay? Always let people know you're in the room. It may be a customer or it may be another professional. I'll be sure to hit both. I need new customers, but I also need some other leaders too. I need people that want to collab. I need people that want to, work together and put me in the room too. Yes. Amifa says, hey Rashana, my girls from the Conquer Club, we got off Zoom and y'all came right up in here. I love it. I'm pumped. I'm excited. I am telling you, I'm so bodied. I'm so hard on myself. Can anybody relate to that? I'm so hard on myself. But me being hard on myself, sometimes it definitely works against me. I will say that. But I think that it's the reason why I can just be so resilient. And again, when we talk about that idea of being in the pandemic, shifting out of the pandemic, you have to be so strong-minded to do this. You have to be so strong-minded to be an entrepreneur. So for the women that are commenting, the women that are new, if you're an entrepreneur, I know your mind's strong. And I know you're a little crazy too, because you got to be crazy to do this. Mifa says, I wish I knew you during the pandemic because I would have been a millionaire times 10. I didn't know how to retain my customers. Ooh, that's a good topic. I'm going to have to write that down when we talk about the idea of, and when I did my goals earlier, I did just a little FYI to give y'all a peep. I did, how much do I need in new customer acquisition, but how many customers do I need to retain, right? So those both are a part of my strategy. So glad that you mentioned that, honey bun. I love it. I'm so glad that y'all are showing up for yourselves. I love seeing y'all be bold and talk about yourself. Natanya, shout out to my girls from the Conquer Club. I'm Natanya, owner of NSF Gifted Services located in Georgia. I do a variety of customized items. NSF Gifts, where we gift with love. I love it. Denisha said it was so sad. Girl, that bridge came. That's scary. And then y'all, didn't the bridge collapse at like 1 something this morning? What time was it that it collapsed? It was in the middle of the night, right? Or did I misinterpret that? That was the first thing I saw when I got on Facebook this morning. The first thing on my timeline, I opened up Facebook and the first thing I saw was that bridge collapsing. And I was like, dang, is this real? And I looked and saw that it had unfortunately just happened. And I just cannot, and of course y'all know I'm from Memphis, right? So I'm from a city where we have a pretty decent bridge over a big body of water. And I've always heard people talk about they're scared to go over bridges and stuff like that. But seeing that, woo, I'm talking about that was terrible. Did y'all see that? Did y'all see the video of that bridge collapsing like that? I mean, she said, yeah, it was one something. Like, talk about a freak accident. That is terrible. I just couldn't imagine. You think you finna grow, like, yeah, seeing it fall like that, I mean, it felt like it was a toy. I told my husband it reminded me of like seeing almost like Legos fall, like, or blocks or something, or like a toy, because it just, the way that it shattered so fast was just mind blowing and so scary, you know. All right, let's see who else we got. We got Miss Keita Love in the building. Shout out to Keita, baby. We know Keita is a pleasure advisor. Yes. So Keita says, hey y'all, hey, I'm Keita Love, a pleasure advisor in Vegas. My main company is Bottoms Up Lingerie. I sell lingerie and pleasure products via online and home party. From mile to wild, we have something for everyone. I recently started a travel biz, Vacation with Love, specializing in group travel. Let love guide so you don't have to trip. Love it. I love it. Me got Miss Rashana in the building. Shout out to Rashana, my girl, the bougie travel agent, and one of my Conquer Club OGs. I just love her to pieces. I'm Rashana, owner of Beautiful Vacations, and I specialize in group exotic vacations for any occasion, guaranteed to have a good time and an awesome experience. I love it. Omifa is giving you your flowers, Keita, because y'all know Omifa is just killing it. And she said that, Keita, you gave her the idea for her to start bundling her products, which really increased her ticket average. So, of course, she's been able to make thousands more dollars. So we love it. I love the collaboration. I love y'all talking. I love y'all getting to know each other. Listen, let's get into tonight. Last night, so of course, if you're new here, let me know down in the comments. I know Tamika said that she's new, and there may be a lot more ladies catching this tomorrow because it's a little late. But of course, if you're new here, I added so many new people to my platform today. So I expect to feed a couple of hundred new people here through the group. Of course, it's all part of my lunch strategy. My strategy, which if you're in the Conquer Club, you know we talked about how to set goals tonight. But if you're new here, my name is Deb Lester and my brand is Conquer. And I help women conquer their fear of being seen. I've done marketing and sales. That's really my expertise. But what I've noticed is once I've given women strategy on how to move forward, a lot of us are sometimes paralyzed with so much fear to do what's required, whether that's getting in certain rooms, whether that's going live, whether that's showing our face, whether that's simply balancing everything that's required of us. Motherhood, having a partner at home, having to cook, having to just sit down for 5 minutes and just think clearly, right? So juggling all of those things, I've seen firsthand how difficult it can be for a woman to truly conquer her fear of being seen, especially when we pile on the idea that I'm not pretty enough, these influencers do it so perfect, or it's easy for Deb to do it because, you know, whatever reason or fear you want to curate in your head. So this is the space where we can talk about being an entrepreneur. We can talk about being a woman. We can talk about conquering the next level. And that's going to look so differently for all of us, right? Like me. Obviously, I don't have a problem going live. This is my money maker. I know if I can turn on that camera and look at this little green dot on my MacBook, this is something that generates income for me. And that can be true for a lot of people. That can be true for a lot of people if they just conquered their fear of being seen. So I have a lot of women that have truly conquered their fear of going live. So now they're doing in-person events. They're hosting events. Shout out to Rashana. They're traveling to go speak. Shout out to Chelsea. Conquered that fear of going live. We're not doing it anymore. Now we're hosting events. Now we're getting sponsors. Now we're going to the next level. Truly embracing who you are, being authentic, but also understand where the boundary lies in being professional and being strategic. Okay? All right. So We're going to be talking about growing your visibility and getting popular. Okay? Who here wants more people to know who they are? Very simple, yes or no. Do you want more people to know who you are? Do you want more people to know about your business? Do you want more people to follow your page? Do you want more people to engage with you? Do you want more people in your DMs? Do you want more people on your website? Do you want more visibility? And if you're a business owner, whether you have one follower or a million followers, I'm sure you're going to say yes. I want more eyes on me. Okay? So last night in lesson 1, and I'm breaking these down into bite-sized pieces, okay? I have so much to teach, okay? Last night we talked about lesson 1, which if you missed it, it's still up. Go back and listen. Last night, lesson number 1 was to be redundant in your message and go find people who need you. Be redundant in your message. So again, I gave the idea, if I follow a makeup page, they better talk about makeup all day, every day. I don't want to see them talk about cars. I don't want to see them talk about Stanley cups. I don't want to see them talk about microphones. So whatever that thing is that you do, don't get in your head and say, oh my God, I'm talking about it too much because I follow you and 60 million other people. You better talk about that thing that you do a lot. Okay? I need to know you for that thing. So Tamika, she's a baker. Tamika, I don't know what all content you post, but if she bakes, what's the number one? If she's a baker, right? What's the number one thing I want to see when I go on her page? I want to see her baby whipping this stuff up, cooking videos, baking videos, and I can't get enough of it. I want to see them all day, every day. It's just like following Darius Cooks. I want to see you cook. I don't know if that's the best example, but still. I want to see you cook and bake all day, every day. I want to see tutorials of you baking butter cookies, chocolate chip cookies, pound cakes, how to make icing, how do you clean your oven if your cake spilled, what you do if your cookie's a little underdone, what you do if your cookie's a little overdone, how do you take some freezer bought cookies and spice them things up. Like, I want to see you baking. Because again, I follow this person for baking. I follow this person for makeup. I follow this person for marketing. I follow this person for music. I follow this person for AI. I follow this person for fashion. So whenever it comes to your little thing, make sure you're turning up and showing up for it. Rashana says she better live baking. Okay? Omiva says cake making me drool and get hungry. Exactly. People want to binge watch your content when they find you. Okay? So we talked about that last night, okay? Be redundant and go find people who want to hear about what you do. So even me today, she said, oh yeah, free game. Of course, girl. Of course, Tamika. So even with me and my page, right? So let me just give y'all a backstory of how I'm doing. Something so simple that I did earlier today, right? So I know that the spring and summer, specifically the summer, is when I kick off my networking tour, Conquering Cocktails. So next Saturday, we're going to be in Dallas with our first event of the year. So what am I going to do? I'm going to go and add 500 women who live in Dallas. Something as simple as that. I'm going to go and find 500 entrepreneur women who value community and who want to hang out. And of course, I have a strategy and criteria on how to do that. And I bring them here. And I fuel them to this group. Okay? So again, be redundant in your message and go find people who want your information. That's what we talked about yesterday. So tonight we're going to talk about something. I've got 3 points for you. Tonight's lesson is going to be move strategically. And I hope that there's not anybody that hears me say that and roll their eyes and say, oh God, another coach talking about being strategic. But it is the difference between being online and just taking what you can get versus being online and really conquering your goals, really hitting the numbers, really pushing the needle, being strategic. What do you mean, Deb, when you say be strategic? A very simple word or phrase is to plan ahead. Plan ahead. Somebody put plan ahead in the comments. Let me know. Do you plan ahead? Plan ahead. I'm telling y'all, your idea of popularity or making your impact, do not confuse that with I need to make the perfect content to go viral. The chances of that happening are slim to none. And even if it does happen, it will not result in clients, bookings, followers, or sales if you don't do everything else that's required. I have seen people go viral and they had no other content on their page. So they went viral, but people, you know how when you find a page you want to go binge watch their content. So they went viral. They come to binge watch your content. There's nothing interesting there. Okay? So again, when I talk about being popular, I'm not teaching you how to get pretty, put on a wig, put on makeup, and do the perfect magic reel that's going to skyrocket you into viral and that's going to change your life. No. That's silly. And I would be scamming the hell out of you if that's what I was going to sit here and talk about. Okay? I'm talking about, do you understand what type of things that you do in your business that move the needle? For me, for example, like I said, I know that I have a Facebook group, which is a place where I can house a lot of potential clients. I know that I can do a challenge, which is something that can entice them, right? And then I know that I can go live, which is a tactic that I always use to shorten my sales cycle. You have to understand what you're like. When you say you got a business, what does that really mean day to day? Like if you say you got a business, where's the SOP? Where's the plan? Where's the game plan? Or is it just a social media page and you just kind of pop in, pop out, whatever? That's really gonna make the difference. Okay? Move strategically, which that just means let's plan ahead. Let's plan ahead. Let me ask you this. So you know how I just mentioned the idea of me personally, I can go live, that moves the needle for me. I know with Oh Me for Business, she's in the Conquer Club. She can go live, that moves the needle for her. Rashana, she's in the Conquer Club. She can go live, that moves the needle for her. Ask yourself, what are 3 things that I do inside my business that generates buzz about me? Ooh. What are 3 things that I do that generates buzz, that gets people talking, that gets people interested? What are 3 things that I do that generate buzz? What do you do that generate buzz? What do you do that make people say, "Ooh, I should follow," or "Ooh, I want to talk about that," or "Ooh, I want to be a part of that"? And if you don't have the answers to these questions, now is a good time to think about it. Because when you're in your head, or when it's time for you to make money, or when you draw a blank, these are the things and the tactics that you need to be going to. I know me, if all else fails, I come in this group doing challenge, go live, and make sales. Okay? What are the 3 things that you do that generate buzz? So if you're a coach or consultant, one of those things can be you being opinionated and you sharing what you believe in, your mission. But again, are we willing to do that? Some of the things that I've done to generate buzz for myself, a big one was going live. So I used to go live on my personal page a whole lot more. But I did it because I knew that people could see my personality in real time. They can learn from me in real time. And it just grew my trust factor. It generated buzz. People would I would say tag your friends. Right? Share this with somebody that needs it. People would be roped in. going from not knowing about me to sitting and listening to me for 30 minutes to an hour? What do you do that generates buzz? Another thing that I would do is I would be opinionated in my content. And being opinionated in your content, it doesn't mean that you have to be a full-blown bully. But you need to be courageous enough to be clear about what your business stands for, what's your mission, and why are you different. So if I'm a marketing consultant and my mission with Conquer, I know this isn't the only way to market, but my belief is if you're not spending money on advertising dollars, then you are crazy to not be going live and not be talking about your business and not be showing up as much as possible. That's just my belief. That's what I stand for. Are there other ways to market? Absolutely. But in this house, I'm going to be unapologetic about what we stand for over here. Again, that's something that I can do to generate buzz. What do you do to generate buzz? If all of your content is safe and it's all about being liked and getting sales, then it may be really, really difficult for you to generate buzz. Some people take on an entertainment element. They may be naturally funny and, they're the type of business owner that can do a dance or a skit or whatever. It generates buzz for them. These are the type of things that we've got to be thinking about besides just showing up. Okay? I want to go to the comments. So Janae said, that's a great question. Yeah, I want you to really think about it. Rashona says 3 things that I do to generate buzz. First-hand experience on visiting upscale resorts. She's very loud and vocal. And I speak in front of rooms that other travel agents don't do and hand train in person. Perfect. What do you do to generate buzz? Some of us don't even go out and network. We haven't been to a networking event in so long. That alone generates buzz. What do you do to get people talking about you? And what do you do to get people talking to you? Do you ask your audience questions that they care about? Not BS ChatGPT engagement-based questions. But do you actually talk to them about things that they care about? What 3 things do you do to generate buzz? And those 3 things need to be a part of your strategy. And if you're listening to this and you're like, I never even thought that far, then you need to be in the Conquer Club. You need to be in the Conquer Club. Because inside the Conquer Club, I'm going to come around the room and we're going to talk about your specific situation. You cannot be in the Conquer Club and be that clueless and confused about your business, okay? So what 3 things generate buzz? These are going to be your, so let's say, let me see if I can come up with an example, y'all. So let's say if I'm a makeup artist, for example, I want to do 3 things that generate buzz. The first thing that I'm going to do is I'm always going to do live get ready with me's, right? Makeup artists that don't go live are just, that's mind blowing because there's nothing that I'm sure their customer loves more than watching them do makeup on live. I'm going to go live. I'm also going to do a makeup power hour every Monday morning where I challenge myself to do a full makeup look in 15 minutes. And then other than that, I'm going to give away, I'm going to show products. I'm going to show my shopping trips at Ulta. I'm going to show my shopping trips to Sephora. Something that generates buzz, that gets people engaged and get them talking to you. And I'm going to ask my audience, what type of foundation do they use? What type of makeup do they hate? Share their horrible experience with a makeup artist. Share the picture when they felt the prettiest. Something to get people talking back to me. Those things generate buzz, okay? So are y'all with me? So that's the first question. What are the 3 things that you do to generate buzz? And if your content is super boring, people don't really engage, people don't really buy, you don't really go live, there's not an opportunity to connect with you, then it's going to be really difficult for you to kind of move through the rest of this because you don't have anything to reel them in with. And this is really like dating. That's the best analogy I can give you. Like, what are the things that even make me swipe? I don't know what you swipe, left or right, obviously. But what are the things that make me swipe right on you? And if you can't even get that, you can't even think about the date and getting to know me. We never gonna get there. So if you don't even know what gets people talking about you and talking to you, then the idea of sales is going to be really difficult. And you'll find yourself in a season of, oh, I'm going to take what I can get, instead of strategically setting sales goals and meeting those sales goals. What are 3 things that generate buzz? Second question I want you to ask yourself, what are 3 things that generate income? What generates income for you? I know for me, a big thing that's going to generate income for me is going to be sales in my DMs. What do y'all always hear me tell people? Oh, just DM me. Just DM me. That's always going to be an income generator for me. What do you do that generates income? I know that I can speak and follow up with people, and that's going to generate income. I know that I have a product that I can upsell. That's going to generate income. What generates income for you? I'm sure you heard the term your income generating activities. Where are they? What are they? You know, I talked about the idea of during the pandemic, the money was flowing. And during the pandemic, you really just can kind of show up online 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times a day, and you'll be good. But now, and there are people like Omifa who just, I'm talking about just amazing, top tier amazing when it comes to showing up for her audience. And she's shown up for them so much so that her posts are just, they generate crazy amounts of income. Her being in person generates crazy amount of income. All right, so let me go to the comments. Okay, so Janae said I have to think of the last, but one is going live doing makeup and talking about my walk with God. Perfect. I love it. And really, it's about cultivating experience that buzz. Omifa says, I go on the street and sit up and give out irresistible samples. I teach on why you need this, and I go live. I love it. Omifa says her reviews before and after. That's a really good one. That's a really good one, Omifa. Rashana says, follow-ups, my business line and CRM tool. I love it. This is also why I talk about inside the group, when you're marketing efficiently throughout the week, on Fridays, you should have leads to follow up with. If you're doing things right throughout the week, when it comes time for Friday, you should have leads to follow up with. So Rashawn is saying that she has follow-ups and she knows, I know that I can go into my DMs and find money, period, if I work my follow-ups. All right, Omifa says, I use that DM me a lot now. It became a big one for me too. Yeah, me too. Absolutely. Janae says, DMs, consulting, and follow-ups. I love it. I love it. I love it. So if I know that being in the DMs generates sales for my business, then my call to action needs to be DM me the word ready. And then 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, whatever times per week, I need to make sure I'm actively touching 20 people in the DMs, 60 people in the DMs, 120 people in the DMs, whatever that looks like for you. And again, I'm not teaching a magic trick. I'm not teaching some fake magic wand. A lot of the people that you reach out to will ghost you. They will not respond. What did we say? We chase no's. Chase the no. Do not be afraid of the no. People will tell you no. Every business owner under the sound of my voice, unfortunately, sometimes people are not going to be ready to buy. It is okay. If we look at the numbers, we're only going to close a small percentage of leads. Okay? So if you want 10 sales a day, and you think that you can DM 30 people, that's a high conversion rate. You're converting about 33% of people like that. That's probably not realistic. 10 sales for you a day could be you touching 130 people. But who knows? Right? This is why, again, we've got to start paying attention. We've got to start planning. We've got to start paying attention. And we say, okay, well, it looks like if I DM 30 people, 3 of them are going to respond. So I know the mark is to reach out to at least 30, and I know that that can potentially give me 3 sales. And I know if I can do that 4 times a week, then I can meet my goal. It ain't got to be nothing deep. I just want you to truly understand when you say I have a business, like what does that mean? Does that just mean you have a social media page and you just kind of show up? Or does that mean that you can intentionally go after sales and customers? Okay? Rashana said the ghosting is real. Get the no out the way. But honestly, nobody really tells you no. They say I'm still interested in giving an excuse why they aren't ready. Getting no's is hard. Yes. Get the no out of the way. Chase the no. Because if you run from the no's, you'll never find the yeses. If I'm so terrified to go ask 20 people, I'll never get the few that say yes. Like, guaranteed. Okay, Shaquita said it. She said, not yet doesn't mean not ever. Exactly. Chase the no's. Okay, so what are 3 things that I do that generate buzz? What are 3 things that I do that generate income? What are 3 things that make people enjoy following me? And I've been talking about this one a lot, but that's because I think it's more important now than ever. What are 3 things that make people enjoy following me? And you gotta have the answer to that. You gotta have the answer to that. You gotta have the reason why why they will follow back, why they will follow you, why they will engage. You have to understand what are the 3 things that you're doing that make you worth following. Are you inspirational? Do you teach? Do you educate? Do you offer community? Do you offer resources? Are you entertaining? Are you super funny? Are you super raw? Is it really messy? Is this gossip? Is this controversy? What really, really makes somebody enjoy following you? Okay? So inside the Conquer Club tonight, I really gave this cool PDF. I'm giving this really cool PDF to the ladies to help walk us through how to set everything up for April. Y'all, this isn't deep. This isn't deep. I'm not telling you that you need to have this, huge whiteboard where you're going through, every single detail and go ahead and scheduling out 6 posts a day, every day for the month of April. I'm not saying that. Because, for some of us, we're in a season where that's just not realistic. But you got to know where your business is going. You got to know where your business is going. You've got to be specific about where you're going. You've got to pay attention to what has worked and what has not worked. And the stuff that has worked, double down on it. We talked about that in the Conquer Club tonight. So if I see that going live really works, the last thing that I want to do is stop going live. Like, make it make sense. If I know going live really works, the last thing I want to do is stop going live. If anything, I want to take something off of my plate and go live even more because it has proven to move the needle. Okay? This is why we've got to pay attention to what we're doing in our business and also leveraging time to reassess. This is why the Conquer Club is so good because when you sit down and actually talk about it and think about it, you're like, you get clarity, right? So in your business, those 3 things that generate buzz, make sure that's a part of your strategy. Those 3 things that generate income, make sure you're paying attention to those things and you're doing them often. You're doing them often enough to move the needle. So if I say that going live moves the needle for me and I want 20 sales a week, I can't just go live one time. That may mean I need to go live 6 times. Are we going to do what's required? What are the 3 things that make people enjoy following me? And are you going to live up to the expectation of your audience? I mean, it just is what it is. So if people really enjoy following you because you give out great information, guess what's the last thing you need to stop doing? You don't need to stop giving out great information. You need to double down on it. If anything, you need to say, oh my God, if y'all really enjoy this information, y'all need to come to my webinar. Y'all need to come to my in-person event. Y'all need to, right? We can't just go willy-nilly, because when we give our business willy-nilly, it gives us willy-nilly back. When we only give our business just a little, when we give our business random, when we give our business inconsistent, that's what it gives back. She can only give back what you give her. That's the only thing she can do. She can only give back what you give her. So it starts and ends with me, period. I have seen seasons when I gave Conquer 10%, 20%. I went through every percentage from 1 to 100, literally. But I've seen what happens when I give 100%. Let me look in the comments. Janae says, would it be a good idea to ask my audience that question? Which one, Janae? I might have missed it, sweetie. I want to make sure I know. Yes. Okay. Okay, y'all. So move strategically. So this is a part of, we've got to be, so when we talk about this idea of being popular and having more impact, again, I'm not teaching some magic trick. You've got to be worth it. You've got to be worth it. What do they enjoy about following me? You know what? You really could ask them. I've asked my audience before, Janae, and I think, yeah, you definitely ask. It won't hurt to ask. But I've asked my audience before, what do they want? So I'll say, what do y'all want? What do y'all want to learn about next? Do y'all want to talk about, actually going live? Do y'all want to talk about networking? Do y'all want to talk about strategy? Do y'all want to talk about systems and back end? Do y'all want to talk about hiring a VA? And they'll respond. If your audience is engaged, they'll tell you what they want to pay for. They really will. So it's completely fine for you to ask, especially if they're pretty engaged with you and they've been seeing you for some time. I think the only time that they may come into that might be an issue is if they're not really used to seeing you and they don't really know you, they can't really tell you. But if they're used to seeing you, they're like, oh yeah, can you talk about this next? Okay. So again, y'all, the competition is stiff out here. Okay, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you and tell you that, you can do it and the only thing that you have to do is manifest. Sorry. She said, thank you. Of course, honey bun. I'm not doing it. They want me to make new stuff. No. Oh, me for you giving us a product launch next month. I love it. I love my experience that I get with you ladies. Y'all are so inspiring. Amifa, Rashana, Chelsea, Ashley, my ladies from the Conquer Club. I mean, y'all are just top tier. It's so inspiring, and it's great to be able to have this circle of women to do life with. So, but again, the reason why the ladies inside of the comments can spit out what they're doing so well is because they're in the Conquer Club. This is the type of stuff we talk about. Because when that lack of clarity is inside of you like that, where you can't really explain these things, you don't know what you do to generate buzz, you don't know what you do to generate income, or you're just kind of pulling random answers together, that lack of clarity bleeds over into your audience and your customers so much. Y'all ever seen a business owner and you're like, Lord, bless their heart. They trying, but it just look a mess. That's probably what people are doing to us when we lack clarity. And you know that that's happening when you get a hell of a lot of engagement, but the second that people talking about paying you, they looking at you going, bless her heart. I'ma like it, then give us some support. That's when you get support. When they like, bless your heart. No, you want to get to, hey, people beating down your DM like, what can I buy? This is amazing. Okay? That lack of clarity will bleed over into your audience. It will bleed over into your customers. It will bleed over into your confidence. It will bleed over to the way you pitch. It will bleed over when people say, hey, tell me what you do. That lack of clarity will just continue to bleed, okay? Through so many things. This is why, again, it's so important to have spaces like the Conquer Club, not just for the sake of learning from me, but so you can get around women who talk about this type of stuff. Inside the Conquer Club tonight, we talked about why we're special, why we're unique, why we're different, why we're irresistible online. And if you're not having those conversations, we'll find ourselves planning and talking about things that just won't move the needle. They'll be more for our ego than they'll be for our pockets. And we don't want that. We don't want that, boo. We don't want that, okay? We don't want that, sweetie pie. Eva says, join the Conquer Club. It'll change your life in a year, and it can. Oh, it changed my life in a year, and it can for you too. Full-time entrepreneurs making real dollars. I love it. So proud of you, Amifa girl. You're a real one. Rashana said these folks want me gone every month. And if you think I'm doing it, you're absolutely right. I love it. Chicago, Cancun, Vegas, Dubai, boot camp, St. Louis, and maybe a cruise at the end of the year. I'm outside and I quit my job too. I love it. I love it. So I have some ladies that have been able to tap the screen, give us some hearts for Rashana quitting her job. Yes, 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 yes. That's nothing small. That's nothing small. And I don't want to be the online coach that really leads with the idea of quitting your job, even though I have helped a number of ladies transition. I don't want to lead with that because it's a very, 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 very tall hill to climb. It truly is. However, I've done it and I've seen other women do it. So I just want to kind of talk through some of the things that I've done and some of the things that I still do in my business to, sustain that. Oh, Mifa says she manifested and I knew it was coming. She did. I remember last year in the Conquer Club, Rashana was like, I'm going to quit my job. Rashana said she wanted to quit her job by the end of the last year. I remember you saying it. And here we are. And you did it. Okay? Move strategically. This is where when you start going to the next level too, when you get out of that space, some of us are in well, I'm not gonna set no sales goal, I'm just gonna take what I could get. That's really small thinking. That's really small thinking. You count yourself out of the game before you can even ask. But when you say, hey, I'm a plan ahead best I can, even if that's just me planning a week ahead, 2 weeks ahead, okay, that's okay. It's okay for you to say, hey, let me just focus on this week. The 3 things that I'm going to do to generate buzz, I'm going to post some really good educational content on Monday. On Wednesday, I'm going to go live. And on Friday, I'm going to share an amazing story and be clear about my mission. Then I'm going to do these 3 things to generate income. I'm going to be in the DMs. I'm going to network with these people. And I'm going to go and add 300 of my ideal customers. Then 3 things that make people enjoy following me. I'm going to start asking more questions. I'm going to ask my followers what they need from me. And I'm going to go and collab with 4 people in my industry. We're not talking about doing some type of math chart and dissecting the Pythagorean theorem on why people should choose. I'm not talking about all that. I'm just talking about, can you take a second, boo? Can you take a second to say, hey, this is what I want to accomplish, and these are the things that I'm going to do, and hold yourself accountable to that. And if you're in a position or you're in a season of life where your mind is not resilient and you need other people to hold you accountable, then come to the Conquer Club, because that's exactly what we're here for. Because I don't know about y'all, but I be having a whole lot of life going on outside of these little hour lives that y'all see me do. I'm talking about a whole lot of life be going on. But if I get caught up in that life so much, my mind, the resilience of my mind slows down. My creativity slows down. I'm like, what is conquering? What do I even do? It slows down. But I know when I get on those Conquer Club calls, I know when I get in that app, I know if I can call Rashana, I know if I can call my friend Mel, I understand what it does for me and how it keeps me moving and going. Okay, so again, if it's just you and you find yourself not being as resilient, not being as productive, you still the bomb. You're still the bomb, okay? Because you're here. And there's nothing but bomb people here, okay? You're ambitious, you're smart, you got the perfect idea, you got the perfect product or service. You just need to execute more consistently, okay? Hopefully that helped tonight. Hopefully that helped for y'all tonight. Omifa says my job quit me, and I fall into Conquer Club. Now they begging me to come back when I'm making more money than the manager every month. You making more money than the manager, girl. Keep your small job. Let me be a big bucks entrepreneur. I love it. Yes, Rashawn, I'm so happy for you. Rashawn said they want me back at work too. Now, but get somebody else to do it. I'm done. I love it. Again, I try not to lead with that, but this is the reality of being connected to me. This is the reality of conquering your fear of being seen. This is the reality of what's on the other side if you're like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to just put it out there. I'm going to just post it. I'm going to do the reel. I'm going to do the live. I'm going to educate. I'm going to be worth following. I'm going to just do it. I'm going to just do it consistently for a while and see what happens. Okay? And understand that if you do that, you're signing up for a long journey because this takes years. It takes years. And the longer you delay, the longer it's going to take. What you're seeing today is the result of me doing this for years. Me doing live since 2019. 2019, 2020, you're signing up for a couple of years long journey. So even the stuff that I'm teaching you, you can't just do it for April and look up and be like, where my results yet? Where my results at? You're signing up for a long game. And I'm going to be the one to tell you you're signing up for a long game. And the longer you do it, the more we finna fly past you. I'm talking about your competition and the rest of us, we finna fly past you at lightning speed. Okay? You can do it. You can do it. You may need some people to hold you up, but you can do it. You can definitely do it. Okay? All right, so that's lesson 2. So remember, we want to be popular, we want to grow, we want more impact, we want visibility. Lesson 1 from last night, be redundant in your message. Talk about what you do, who you are, what you stand for over and 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 over again. Over and over and over again, so much so where it's making your stomach hurt and you like, Deb can't possibly want me to talk about what I do this much. Yes, and then do that times 10. Okay? Number 2, move strategically. Get out of this idea of I'm going to just post when I can and take what I can get. You can take control of this way more than you probably give yourself credit for. Okay? What are 3 things that generate buzz? What are 3 things I can do to generate income? What are 3 things that I do that make people enjoy following me? Write those things down. Take some time. If you need help or if you have questions, DM me. Come into the Conquer Club. Okay? We meet every Tuesday night. Okay? And if you're here in Dallas, we're going to be doing Conquering Cocktails next Saturday on April the 6th at 2 p.m. We're going to be doing a Jamaican style lunch. So we're going to be meeting at this bomb Jamaican spot in the Bishop Arts District, which is a booming area. It's where we did Conquering Cocktails the last year. It's just at a different spot. A booming area. So much stuff over in Bishop Arts. So many bars and restaurants and places and retail shops and things to visit. So we'll be doing a Jamaican style lunch here in Dallas next Saturday at 2 o'clock. You do have to RSVP on Eventbrite. So if you're listening to this and you live in Dallas, come hang out with me. You'll meet some of the girls from the Conquer Club. You'll be able to meet some new friends, and you'll be able to get some of these gems and tips and resources that I give here in the group. You'll be able to experience them live in person for lunch next Saturday. I'm also going to do complimentary mimosas for everybody because, of course, it is Conquering Cocktails, of course. Okay? So I'm excited. I'm going to be going from city to city. So let me know what city you live in down in the comments. Y'all know I'm coming to Memphis. Y'all know I'm coming to Atlanta. But other than that, I haven't decided on the other cities that we're going to do. So let me know down in the comments below where you live. We'll be back tomorrow night for lesson 3. Take the 2 lessons, think about them, write them down, and try to implement even just 1 to 2 things that I talked about. If this feels overwhelming, just implement 1 to 2 things that I've talked about and hit me back with your results because I already know it's going to be next level, okay? All right, so good night, ladies. Shout out to my Conquer Club girls. If you're interested in the Conquer Club, click the link. It's going to tell you all about it. DM me if you have any questions, and I'll see y'all tomorrow night. Bye, y'all.